Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook family. How are you guys doing? As you come into the live, I want you to share this out because this is an important, of course, conversation we're going to have today with our two candidates for District 4. I do show that we're live, so we're good to go. I see people are already coming into the room, but we have a set of questions that will be answered for each candidate. They have already been given instructions and so forth. So we're going to get right into it. But before we do that, I just want to give a couple of housekeeping announcements. One, early voting has already started. I know you're probably waiting on the elections for next year, but we have very critical elections this year in Georgia and South Carolina that can impact your daily lives. It's very important that you know early voting has already started. For Georgia's October 14th through 31st. For South Carolina, it's October 20th through the 31st. Depending upon where you are, you may have a commissioner vote, you may have a councilwoman vote, you may have a state, a federal vote. You may have all type of votes happening right now that can impact your daily life. So it's very important that you get out and vote. I know it's a lot happening in the world. We have a government shutdown, have a lot of different things happening around the country and so forth. But your elections does matter because it impacts your daily lives. I can't stress that enough. So make sure you get out and vote and tell everybody you know to go ahead and vote. Now, just to get started with the form, I'm gonna do some back end things while I let the candidates introduce themselves. I'm not going to go in any order, but we're going to have a quick moment for introductions. And then I'm just going to go ahead and throw it to this is District 4 candidate form for the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to throw it to whoever I see first. So Mr. Wimberly, am I saying your name right?
That's good enough.
Okay. Well, correct me for me, please.
Wimberly. When you
Wimberly. Okay,
say
I'm gonna call you
Kimberly,
Mr. Lonnie.
turn that K to a W.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Kimberly.
Mr. Lonnie.
All
We're
right,
gonna do
that'll be
that.
good.
Okay, so Mr. Lonnie, I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm gonna pull us to the background, but we're still here, and you have the floor.
My name is Lonnie Wimberly. I've been a resident of Augusta, Georgia since 1993. I'm originally came here as a military person. I was a command sergeant major. I stayed here for uh, 3 years on my first assignment here. Built my house on Willis Farm Road. Got involved in the local politics to include help form a neighborhood association. And after that, was reassigned back to Germany. Returned back here in 2000, serving as the garrison sergeant major for Fort Gordon. And then I eventually retired and got involved in, really got deeply involved in the local government. Uh, I've been members of several boards of the local government. Some I was actually on, even while I was on active duty. I was a member of the Human Relations Board. I chaired the Augusta Citizen Small Business Advisory Board. I was a member of and I am a member of the Charter Review Board. Currently, I'm the president of the Walton Farm Neighborhood Association. Uh, and I were prior to qualifying to become District 4 Commissioner, I was the president of the Richard County Neighborhood Association. As the president of Richard County, not only as a president but as a member, I helped raise funds for scholarship for local high school students. And in my tenure, I helped raise more than $120,000. That's for this year, but this year is going to be even greater. I have a degree in business administration from Fayetteville State University. I have a master's degree of education from National Louis University out of Chicago, and I have a MBA from Bernard University. I think I bring a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge, rather, to being the commissioner for District 4. I'm well versed in the what is required and what is needed in the district, but I'm also versed on what is required and needed for Augusta as a whole, and come to the conclusion that whatever is good for South Augusta is also good for Augusta. and I would like to see us move forward towards having a robust economic growth development program at the end of 4 years that we will see some action taking place there. Want to make sure the streets are safe. We get uh, making sure the neighborhoods are illuminated properly so that the citizens feel safe. Need to make sure we have a drain system that actually support well drained neighborhoods. Uh, I will continue to work to reform our government, so make sure that we're transparent. And I think together we all could build a great neighborhood and community that people would be proud to call home. Um, my I was an employee of the county also for 22 years. So I'm aware of how the government works from the inside as well as from being just a citizen here. I've my 30 years in the military, that's a serving the citizen of the country. And my 22 years with Augusta, I was serving the citizen of Augusta. So I know a lot about the issues that they face, from drainage to bad roads to ditches that overflows, septic issues, um, you name it. And I've been involved in it. My background my personal background is a humble background. I come from a family that we wasn't poor, we was poor. Uh, but we loved each other, and we grew in our faith in God. Carried us through a lot of hard times. So I'm aware of how the average person have to sit at the dinner table and think about what's going to be the next step to take, whether it's food or whether it's a bill or what you're going to have to split the money up for. Uh, so I've lived through that, uh, and therefore I'm very keenly aware of what goes on at the dinner table and the discussions that take place around it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lonnie, for that introduction. Now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Barnhill-Turnley. I'll you go ahead and have the floor. You have time to go ahead and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanya Barnhill-Turnley, and I'm a proud resident of District 4 for over 20 years, and I call Augusta home. I have relatives here in Augusta and in Columbia County. I come from a military family. My father retired here. I'm a proud graduate of Glen Hills, Go Spartans, and a proud graduate of Payne College with a BA in Business Administration and a minor in English. I've had a successful career in sales and management, working in marketing positions with now you know it as Foxy 103. I was an account executive at iHeartMedia, which is WBBQ, Power, Kiss, that family of stations. I worked with Alltel, which is now Verizon Communications. And my last regular position was I was the excuse me, district coordinator for Goodwill of Middle Georgia and the CSRA. They have a staffing agency, and I ran that for Augusta, Lake Oconee, and Macon. I am the president of TM Consultants, a marketing and branding firm here in Augusta with clients in Augusta and in Atlanta. We handle the marketing needs of small businesses, nonprofits, and we also have a political end. I have my company, the firm, handled the marketing needs for current commissioner Don Clark, State Court Judge Ashanti Lily Pounds, and Probate Court Judge Stacy Johnson. I've been involved in the community for most of my adult career. Currently, I'm the board president for the Augusta Broadway Singers, which is a musical and theatrical group, and I'm the co-director of the Good Shepherd Baptist Church Food Bank. And I've been doing that now for about 5 years. I've had the honor of serving as your District 4 Commissioner since July. During that time, I've learned a lot, and I am continuing to learn. I live here and I understand the challenges that we face, whether that's roads and drainage, street lights, community parks, and areas that need attention. But I also see the determination in the folk that live here in District 4 and Augusta Richmond County. We're a community of potential, creativity, and resilience. Stepping into this role as commissioner, as I said earlier, my goal has been very simple: to listen, to act, and to make sure progress reaches every part of District 4. Leadership to me isn't about titles, it's about service. It's about showing up, hearing people's concerns and their hopes and dreams, and finding real world solutions to make everything better for everyone. We need to continue to improve our roads, strengthen our neighborhoods, and support small business. District 4 is vibrant. It's a diverse community filled with potential, and I need your help. I'm proud to serve you, and I'll be honored to continue serving as your District 4 Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you for that introduction. We're going to get right into our questions now. And thank you for everybody that's joining us. Be sure to share out this broadcast as we do District 4 candidate forum. So right into the questions, and the first person to answer, we're just going to switch it up. We're going to throw it to you this time, Miss Barnhill. So
Okay.
what do you consider to be a primary responsibility of a commissioner?
Well, big picture, big picture. Commissioners are responsible for overseeing the government functions. That includes the budget, improving contracts and expenditures, implementing policies and regulations, and of course, promoting economic growth. We also work with other elected officials and commissioners throughout not just the Augusta but through the region to make sure that our foot is being presented correctly. To be honest, I think we need to make sure that there's honesty and accountability in everything that we do. That's for me, that's what a commissioner does.
You finished that? You wiped that one up?
Yeah.
Already put it down. So next, Mr. Lonnie, for you, what do you consider to be a primary responsibility of a commissioner?
Since a commissioner responsibility are short stream, so some of the words I'm going to use will more likely be some of the same words that Ms. Thornhill just used. But the commissioner's responsibility is to set policies uh, uh, and projects for directions, oversee public infrastructure and county property, adopt ordinance and regulations, ensure delivery of core services, and audits and approve county expenditures, uh, and represent constituent need to county departments. Um, Oversee the daily operation in a sense, not directly, but in a sense the daily operation of the county to ensure that the services that the citizens are expected to receive are in fact being provided. Um, Short statement. But I will say this: a leader's title does matter because I'm not going to deal with the fact that the titles that I own, that I earn. I earn those titles. So titles does have an important in the person description. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that response, Mr. Lonnie. And we're moving right on to our next question. And we're just going to switch it up again. So this time, Mr. Lonnie, you will respond first. The Augusta Richmond County budget has undergone some significant ups and downs over the last 2 years. Do you believe the budget and the process to develop it is aligned with the priorities of its constituents? What are your ideas to develop a budget and ensure fiscal responsibility?
I do believe that the budget is, in fact, as it is stated, is in line with the constituents' um, needs or desires. But is it managed in that way? That's the big problem. But the budget the commission should be ensuring that the budget reflects the constituent priority by holding public, private, setting hearings. So therefore, you know exactly where you're at in the budget at various stages of the budget. Adopting performance-based budgeting, making sure that the budget is getting the performance out of it that it is designed to get, and use multiple year forecasting. In other words, you don't have to place money for the forecasting out, but you should know what the expense will be for forecasting out your budget. So you should be able to do that. And again, your regular quarterly financial reports and independent audits to enforce the responsibility or accountability, that is.
Okay, were you done? I'm sorry.
I'm done. You have one
Okay.
minute.
Okay. You have 1 minute left. So when I show
Yeah,
that,
I
you
know.
still
I
have
know
1 minute.
that.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Miss Barnhill, I'll go ahead and turn over that question to you. Let me know if you need me to repeat it.
Oh, yeah, if you would, that would be helpful. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, so the Augusta Richmond County budget has undergone some significant ups and downs over the last 2 years. Do you believe the budget and the process to develop it is aligned with the priorities of its constituents? What are your ideas to develop a budget and ensure fiscal accountability?
I think the budget is one of the most important tools we have for turning community priorities into reality. Interestingly enough, we start those budget talks tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and not that they're going to be contentious, but we're going to have some serious decisions to make. We have had challenges, and we'll continue to have challenges in our budget. But for me, fiscal responsibility isn't just about numbers. It's about aligning those dollars with our values to make sure that those two line up as much as possible. Some of the things I would personally like to see as we move forward, saying after we complete this process, looking for 2026 planning, I'd like to see an earlier engagement with the community. We already do certain things. There are community meetings, district meetings, the city administrator and finance who really put the budget together, not the commission. The administrator and finance get together and develop the budget. They present it to us and state their case, and we go through it and make additions or deletions or whatever changes. I would like to see more earlier input from everybody. We don't start this process until now, which is almost the end of October. I think we should start this process earlier, maybe sometime in third quarter. So we'll have plenty of time to hash out everything, hear everyone's explanation to justify the request that they have made. I'd also like us to be in a position to review the budget earlier and often, even if we do a quick snapshot every once a quarter. So we'll see exactly where we are in relationship to the budget. Are we spending too much? Do we have something catastrophic like a Hurricane Helene, which we hope never happens? But that was a hit to our budget. You couldn't plan for it, but at least we needed to take a serious look to see where we are and to make those kinds of adjustments. Also want to encourage departmental accountability. Since we really don't review it, we really don't know how it's being spent after we make that original allocation. And when I was working at iHeart, I had a government agency that was grant money, and at the end they would find all this money that they would have to spend. If we review it on a more regular basis, we can alleviate some of those things.
Thank you for your response. And thank you, Mr. Lonnie, for your response as well. Moving right along to our next question, and we're going to switch it up again. So, Miss Barnhill, you'll go first this time. What is your assessment of Augusta's reputation for being pro-growth in a progressive city? How would you have used the additional dollars that came down to enhance the city image or serve community needs?
I think I would like to think that we're characterized as a pro-growth city. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case. We see a lot of growth. I mean, Broad Street is all torn up, and that's something that's being fixed. But for me, pro growth isn't about just attracting new businesses. It's about supporting the businesses that are here. I think if we have neighborhood revitalization projects to help these neighborhoods, not just District 4, but throughout the whole CSRA, I would like to see maybe small business and entrepreneurships to help support small business. Some of the things I think, Ronique, that your group has been instrumental in doing, maybe we can find a way to support that and find a way to reach more people. Definitely need infrastructure upgrades. Everybody knows that, whether it's something simple as cleaning a ditch or general growth. I think one of the things for me for infrastructure and economic development, we've got to do something with our sewer and our water, especially out here in South Augusta, south of District 4. All of that is growth area, and we want big box stores, but nobody's going to build that store or that factory if they don't already have sewer and water. So those are some of the things that I'd like to see done.
Okay, thank you for that. You still have like a minute left, so just when you see the 1 minute, you still got a minute. So I just want to make sure you say that.
It's thrown both of us off just a little bit.
Okay, okay, you still got a minute left. Okay, so Mr. Lonnie, do you want me to repeat the question or are you good to answer?
It's gonna be the same one that's written. I
Yes,
got it.
number three.
Number. I thought we were going number 4.
Mm-mm.
No, no, no. So let me repeat the question for everybody that's
Okay,
listening.
I got it then. I got
You
it.
got it. Okay.
Go
So
girls. Go girls. Number 3.
yeah, number three.
I got it.
Okay. You
All right,
want me to
then you have to
repeat? Or are
read
you good?
it. I'm good.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna
But
start
I
this.
will swing back to the budget there for just a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna start your time now. Go ahead. You
To
have the
go
floor.
for it. Each department, in order to spend funds, they have to use a requisition. And if if funds are not in that line item that requisition is asking for, finance does not process that. So that for the department head, there's always a check on their budget spending. I just had to say that up front. Augusta pro growth and progressive reputation and use of additional funds support growth that balance infrastructure, workforce development, and uh, place marking by directing new funds to target roads and drainage upgrades, um, fix uh, well, workforce development. Let me get the thoughts right. Place marking by directing new funds to target road and drainage upgrades, small business technical assistance, and site readiness. Um, and a visible public space investment that provide quality of life and signs of business. Uh, I guess I didn't read that question as well. But anyway, uh, the that's a pro growth and progressive reputation and use of additional funds support growth that a balanced infrastructure. That's what I wanted to say. I thought I had my notes right.
Okay,
Uh,
no problem.
Workforce development and placemaking by directing new funds to target roads and drainage upgrades. So that's what I was trying to say.
Okay. Thank you for that response. Your time is up, and I will move right along to the next question. So we're moving on to question 4, but I will read the question as well so everybody that's listening in can hear the question as well.
Okay, thank
Affordable
you.
housing is both a national issue and an issue present in Augusta. How will you advocate to improve affordable housing in your district throughout the county while maintaining the character of neighborhoods and optimizing options for low income residents? And we'll switch it again. So Miss Barnhill, I think we're back to you because Lonnie asked last. So I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ronique. Um, affordable housing is one of the biggest challenges we face, not just nationally, but right here in Augusta, Richmond County. I think every family deserves to have a place that's safe, that's stable, and affordable to live. Yet, too many of our residents don't have that. Just working at the food bank, I see people coming in because they're having to make those hard decisions. Do I pay rent? Do I pay electricity? Or do I buy food? In this country, so in a country with so much, that's almost illegal, definitely unacceptable. I think how we can change that is by starting with maybe public private partnerships, which we do have some of those going on in this area. Collaborate with developers, nonprofits, and financial institutions to start serving that community. Revitalization. We see revitalization throughout our community, not just here in District 4. We need to increase that. Maybe we need to look at the zoning to see if those things need to be changed, and home ownership support. I know there are organizations out there that will help you, including HCD, if I'm not mistaken, that will help you help with your down payment assistance. Those are some of the 3 or 4 things I can see that would help this home affordable home situation.
Okay. Thank you for that. Mr. Lonnie, I'm just going to repeat the question just so you can make sure that everybody hears it again. So, affordable housing is both a national issue and an issue that's present in Augusta. How will you advocate to improve affordable housing in your district and throughout the county while maintaining the character of neighborhoods and optimizing options for low income residents? And I will turn the floor over to you.
Okay, this time when I write notes, I guess I better write them plain enough to read them. Advanced zoning, for me, advanced zoning reform is to allow for missing middle class homes, uh, expand rehab and home repair grants, create targeted incentives for mixed income developments, protect tenants' right, and partner with nonprofit and housing financial agencies to preserve and existing affordable units while maintaining neighborhood character. I think that was some of the things that we can use to promote uh, affordable housing in both uh, national issue and in Augusta as well. And I would advocate this again by developing more mixed use homes, mixed income homes rather, development that allow for lower income uh, folks to live in decent environment. What's going on here? Somehow,
Yep, you still got time. You still have like
yeah,
about 40 seconds.
something popped up on the screen. I didn't understand what it was. Is that you or me?
Now you should be good. We can still hear you and everything's good.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yep.
That was my computer did that.
Yeah, it might have been your computer.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I was thinking about affordable housing and advocacy is you got to have those uh, mixed income homes. You got to have workforce housing. You got to have programs to assist with rehabbing dilapidated, not necessarily dilapidated, but rehabbing homes that are to a livable standard. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that response. So we're gonna go on to our next question. And we're gonna switch it again. So Miss Barnhill, this is your time to respond first. So the
Okay.
question is, what do you believe to be the top 3 challenges for Augusta Richmond County, and what are your ideas for addressing these issues? And I will turn the floor over to you.
Thank you. Augusta Richmond County is full of potential, but like all growing cities, we've got some challenges. And these, for me, are my top 3 challenges in order. First one is public trust and government transparency. There's, from my short time on the commission, I realized that there's a lack of public trust. Trust is something that is earned, it's not given. We as a commission and as a whole district need to earn each other's trust. For me, we can do that by being transparent and by being honest. As I've said along the campaign trail, you don't have to like it, you just need to know. And that's number one is honesty, public trust, and government transparency. Two is infrastructure. We cannot build unless we get our infrastructure together. In addition to water and sewage, a lot of our roads are in disrepair and need to be constantly maintained. We've got to make sure that happens. Drainage systems, those things have got to be fixed, and we've got to have that done. And third, and definitely not least, is economic opportunity and development. Augusta is this community is so vibrant, has so much potential. We've just got to hone it together. Again, my top three are public trust, infrastructure, and economic development. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your response, Ms. Barnhill. Now, Mr. Lonnie, we're going to go to you. What do you believe to be the top three challenges for Augusta Richmond County, and what are your ideals for addressing these issues? And I will turn over the floor to you.
But to all the citizens that I've made contact with, I've left them this card, and on it gives them an idea of what some of my priorities would be in order to work towards making happen. But I give you three that I think right now basically that impact the citizens directly. The first one would be aging infrastructure and the stormwater flooding. We have to control that the stormwater, and we got to make sure that we have an infrastructure that can support growth. If you don't have that infrastructure, then Ms. Curley was absolutely right. You can't get that growth that you're trying to get there. You got to have that infrastructure. Next one is economic development and retail desert. We have that here in South Augusta. So we got to come up with some economic development that allows South Augusta District 4 in particular to grow. And as I said early on in this forum, that what's good for South Augusta is good for Augusta. So I'm not thinking just for South Augusta. I'm thinking about what makes Augusta great. Uh, uh, Implement site readiness program, streamline small business permitting. Also, my last one is blight and housing decline. We have to build those low income homes. We got to make sure that we are doing the things that make life livable, uh, and get rid of blight and declining structures that we have proliferating in our community. Thank you.
Thank you for your response, Mr. Lonnie. So, last question, and then we're going to go to closing statements after this. So, again, we'll switch it up. So, we'll go with Mr. Lonnie. You are first now. So, what is your view on collaborations and partnerships between municipal government, the business community, and NGOs to serve and improve our community? And please share some examples of ideals. And I will turn the floor over to you.
Well, these are, and my example is going to be in my response to it, not individual examples, because there's quite a bit of example of NGOs that does great work, and I would feel kind of bad to leave one out by trying to name what I consider to be the greater one to consider. But use public-private partnership, workforce pipeline, use the workforce pipeline with local employers and trade schools, nonprofit land bank and rehab programs, coordinate grant application to scale project efficiency, and leverage private and philanthropy capital to meet community needs. That's what I view as a collaborative effort between public and private um, government. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that response, Mr. Lonnie. Now, Ms. Barnhill, what is your view on collaborations and partnerships between municipal government, the business community, and NGOs to serve and improve our community? And please share some ideas and examples. And I'll turn the floor over to you.
Okay, thank you. Collaboration is essential for growth. No one entity, whether it's the government, business, or nonprofit, can do it by itself. We all need to work together because each one has a unique strength that complements the other. Two things I like to see that I think we can really get done is health and wellness. I tell people Augusta is a great place to get sick because we got so many hospitals and so many resources. But if that's the case, that means we're also a great place to get well and to improve our health. I think we need to have partnerships with the public health department. They always have a lot of initiatives that we can take advantage of. I like to see us strengthen those bonds and those ties. And one that's really very simple and all it calls for is just a little elbow grease is community beautification. I know the mayor has there's some initiatives out there where people get out and with garbage bags and clean up a neighborhood. That to me is something very simple that all of us can do. You can pick up trash behind yourself. I mean, it doesn't take an act of Congress or an advanced degree to figure that out. Some things we can do that are very simple. Beautification. Everybody likes to see a beautiful surroundings. We've got so many parks that are in need of help and repair. Maybe a group of folk can get together, get some garbage bags, and clean that area up. Those are kinds of things that I like to see. Those are perfect examples of a government, a business, and a nonprofit getting together to beautify our community.
Okay. Thank you for that response. Now we're going to go into our closing statements. Of course, you have your instructions on how much time you have for each one and still switching it up. So, Miss Barnhill, you have your closing statement first, and I will turn over the floor to you.
Thank you, Ronique, and I'd like to thank you and the Greater Augusta Black Chamber for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Serving as your District 4 Commissioner since July has been an incredible honor. At that time, since then, I've listened, I've learned, and I've taken action because I again believe leadership is not about titles, it's about service. I know our challenges because I live here, from roads and infrastructure to supporting small businesses and families, but I also know our strengths. District 4 is a vibrant, diverse community full of promise. And we can work together with openness, honesty, and transparency because there's without that, we can't achieve anything. My commitment is to keep being an independent voice for a stronger Augusta, to keep showing up, to keep listening, to keep fighting for a stronger District 4 in Augusta. I'm proud to serve you as your District 4 Community Commissioner and would be honored to continue being your District 4 Commissioner. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Thank you for that closing. Mr. Lonnie, I will turn it over to you for your closing. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I would like to close with examples of my work here in the community. Just this morning, I received a phone call from Dave, who was talking about his community and the things that are bothering him, and they had to do with code enforcement, they had to do with animal control, and I was able to guide him how to best handle that, and invited him to partner with other organizations within the community that that can help with his concerns. Uh, that is just one example of how people migrate to me for assistance, and they've been doing it in District 4, District 5, District 6. It doesn't matter what district. The people that know me know that I will get things done for them. That's the important part in their life. And I don't marvel in the fact that they have problems. I marvel in the fact that they will come to me to help solve their issues. And I feel obligated to do that. And that's where I will feel obligated to solve the issues of the citizens of District 4. By resolving the issues of the citizens of District 4 and resolving the issues of the citizens of Augusta. And so it is a connected married relationship between District 4 and the city of government. And I intend to serve both well as the commissioner for the district. Uh, it's been an honor for me to live here. And before I continue, I do want to thank the Black Chamber of Commerce for giving me this opportunity to have this platform, because it is important that people understand that I'm not running to gain notoriety. I already have that. I'm running to continue to serve the people in District 4. And that will be my ultimate goal, to see the smiles on the faces once that problem is solved. Right down from assisting with the vehicle parking on private property. Okay. Uh, so it is those type of things that give me pleasure in solving, including the big ones, but the small one, because it's an individual that is being affected by that small effort. So thank you for this opportunity, uh, and I turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Lonnie. I appreciate both you guys for coming on to participate in our virtual forum. As the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce president and co-founder, I always encourage our members, non-members, anyone that hears our voice to get involved in your community. One way that you do that is participate in elections to vote. Once you see a problem happen in your community after the fact, but you do not know who your commissioners are, who your senators are, or who your president may be, that may be an issue, and so forth. And then you're like, there's somebody you need to work with to resolve those issues. They do impact our daily lives, especially as you see the federal shutdown happen. It will rely on who's your local and state reps to determine how that municipality handles this federal shutdown and all the changes that are happening on a federal level. So, Mr. Lonnie, thank you so much for your time today. Ms. Barnhill, we appreciate you for participating in this as well. And thank you for, of course, putting your hat in the voting ring to actually be a candidate and even to participate in the commission, or even that's a lot of work. So we do know that you guys are doing a lot for the community, whether you're in the seat or not. So we appreciate you both for all your work that you continue to do for our Augusta, Georgia region. Now, let me get into some quick updates, and I'm going to let everybody go because I know everybody has a busy day. So just a reminder that the last events for the years are coming up for the chamber. We get ready to close out. We only have, like, I think 3 events that have been in our newsletter. Go to our website if you need to find out how to connect with us, how to join us for events. They are open. Some are open to members and non-members, of course. Our closeout event, which will be our last event for the year for non-members and members. So join us for that. You'll hear what 2026 has in store for the chamber. So go to www.mygfc.org. That is scrolling at the bottom. So we would love to have you at our event. Just a quick reminder, we will have Wellstar on this Friday to talk about the changes in the big, beautiful bill. We have been covering insurance here at the organization the whole entire year. And so all our members and non-members that have been on our calls, we have been effectively making sure you're being prepared for all the changes that may or may not happen with the subsidies, which will impact our business owners and our community as a whole. We want to make sure you are prepared. So we thought it would be important you hear from Wellstar, as they are very instrumental in our community, and how that may impact health, and going to the hospital and all those things, and visiting your doctor. So we have Dr. Ebenezer that's coming on. That will be Friday at noon. So that will be a lunchtime talk. He has some great information to share with you. Just a reminder, get out and vote. You can go vote today. Early voting is happening now. If you are in Georgia or South Carolina, Georgia, October 14th through the 31st, and South Carolina, October 20th through the 31st. So be sure that you are participating and you are being an active citizen. And that's how we continue to get things going. That's how we keep our communities going. And municipality takes all of us. It's not just one of us, guys. So remember, we are one community and one voice. And I bid you guys a good day. Be sure to share out this broadcast. And thank you for participating.